Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will understand about how testosterone will decrease due to the stress and anxiety as well as depression. So, we will also understand about the stress, anxiety, and the depression suppression through fasting will lead to increase the testosterone. So in this way, remember one important thing: when you will go into the stress can be a job problem, stress can be a physical stress or mentally stress, or stress can be through chronic inflammation will lead to produce reactive oxygen species, and stress can be a threat of the future and the present time. So in this way, that all stress will lead to stimulate your brain, higher brain cortex. When stimulate to your higher brain cortex will trigger the hypothalamus, and when hypothalamus trigger to further stimulate the adenohypophysis of the pituitary gland, and that will release the corticotropic stimulating hormone, the corticotropic releasing hormone, which that is the basically corticotropic releasing hormone will target to the adrenal cortex. When target to the adrenal cortex to produce the cortisol and glucocorticoid, but we will understand and focus on the cortisol for understanding how stress will decline the decline the testosterone. So in this way, the cortisol will rise, so the catabolism will process. In this way, the catabolism means the cortisol will target to the different tissue like adipose tissue and release the adipose tissue to break down of that, because the catabolism in this is the breakdown of the adipose tissue release the free fatty acid and glycerol. In this way, the glycerol and free fatty acid will enter into the blood, will lead to rise the LDL, remember. But this is basically not healthy, because this LDL and the triacylglycerol even convert, and in this way the cortisol will also target the liver to release the glycogen into the blood. In this way also the muscle will shrink due to the triggering through cortisol, and in this way the cortisol will release the the glucose. So same mechanism, but remember this is the indirectly function, like the cortisol also stimulate the glucagon and epinephrine. This epinephrine also target to the lipids, adipose tissue, adipocyte to release the free fatty acid. And also this glucagon is also released, and glucagon is the catabolic hormone. It is opposite to the insulin. So the insulin inhibit while the glucagon will increase, will lead to lipolysis, more will enter the free fatty acid into the bloodstream. When entered into the bloodstream in this way, it will rise the low density lipoprotein, and in this way also rise the glucose level. So whenever in this way the insulin continuously also trigger a minor amount, but whenever you will eat during the stress time, whenever you will eat food, that food will be absorbed in the form of glucose and amino acid, and this amino acid and glucose will more hyperglycemic level will lead to trigger the pancreas to release more insulin, and in this way the insulin will lead to process and disposition of the triacylglycerol, which that stored in the another adipose tissue. In this way basically the free fatty acid will not use to the synthesis of the cholesterol, because you are going in the cortisol level, so the sympathetic nervous system activate, and in this way the sympathetic nervous system means the fight and flight response. You will be more alert, you will not anabolic, even you are catabolic. In this way, if you are think about that, the cortisol basically function for when cortisol will produce in this, the free fatty acid will go into the liver, and it should be produced the cholesterol, that is cholesterol synthesis through HMG CoA, but the cholesterol will not synthesize because it is the anabolic path. So the anabolic pathway to produce the cholesterol, and it will not occur because the catabolism and the free fatty acid will not use to synthesis of the cholesterol, while the free fatty acid again deposit into another area like artery, coronary artery, to lead to artherosclerosis and other artherosclerosis in a basically in another tissue where the blood vessel. In this way the free fatty acid more increase and the oxidative stress will increase, and in this way the free fatty acid will lead to oxidize and to become a free radical, and this reactive oxygen species formation, and that will lead to cause inflammation. Remember, the higher level of the low density lipoprotein will lead to also cause this blood vascular disease. But remember one thing, the LDL is not harmful even, but during the stress time the coronary artery disease can be possible. How it is possible? Let's understand about that. Whenever you will increase the basically the cortisol level, in this way the glucagon will increase, but the cortisol level also rise the glucose level. When rise the glucose level, in this way the hyperglycemia in your blood will damage the artery, and when damage the artery, the endothelial cell of the coronary artery, even any type of artery, which that will be damaged, and in this way the more glucose used into the endothelial cell, and in this way the mitochondria produce the reactive oxygen species will damage the endothelial cell. In this way the damage of the endothelial cell will lead to loss of the integrity between the endothelial cell, and in this way the atherosclerosis can be possible. In this way the low density lipoprotein when then deposit into the tunica media, and when tunica media the deposit into the tunica media, and when deposit this cholesterol and the low density lipoprotein, so in this the inflammation will trigger, will recruit due to the production of the cytokine through endothelial cell dysfunction, will lead to recruit the macrophage. The macrophage will enter into the tunica media to process, and in this way the endocytosis of the low density lipoprotein, and in this way the low density lipoprotein will become after the macrophage will die, though, so the deposition of the fat in the form of lipids, low density lipoprotein in the tunica media lead to cause a plaque formation, and that plaque when rupture will lead to cause thrombosis and the heart attack. This is a major signs, and in this way the cortisol level will be in rise when, so in this way the cholesterol will not synthesis because the catabolism is going on, HMG CoA will not work, and in this way the basically the cholesterol is very important, which that produce the testosterone when go into the kidney, will go also into the kidney to adrenal gland also produce testosterone but normal amount, but the testes major. So the seminiferous tubule also contain the Leydig cell. Leydig cell stimulate through luteinizing hormone, so the anabolism is not working. In this way the cortisol will not basically stimulate the anabolism, so the luteinizing or hormone will inhibit. In this way the luteinizing hormone will inhibit, even the cholesterol is not synthesis from the liver due to the anabolism stop. In this way the cortisol level will be increase, will lead to your kidney your basically your testes, which that contains seminiferous tubule, will not work, not spermatogenesis will occur because the anabolism. So the stress also lead to cause basically oligospermia. In this way the not sperm synthesis more. On the other hand, the important thing you should need to understand, the Leydig cell not receive the luteinizing hormone, even the Leydig cell is not receiving the too much cholesterol for the synthesis of the testosterone and dihydrotestosterone. In this way, whenever you will go with the stress and anxiety, so you will feel this problem and you will decline the testosterone. When decline the testosterone, so in this way your bones, your muscle, your hairs loss, your hair gray, premature gray hair can be possible, and your hair loss. On the other hand, your body weakness and a lot more things which that is related to the deficiency of the testosterone. This is the basic physiology for normal person which that is going into the stress chronically. So forget about the stress. How to quit that stress? That is important. We will understand now. So the basically the quitting of the stress through exercise. So exercise will decrease the stress because you are using the cortisol hormone in the gym, and then recovery time you will stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. Anabolism will trigger. In this, the insulin will release more, and during the exercise, the extra glucose in your blood will consume as a production of energy through glycolysis and the Krebs cycle and electron transport chain, the oxidative phosphorylation to produce more ATP. And whenever you will go into the rest, so the anabolism will start. The parasympathetic nervous system activate, and rest and digest will occur. This is the number one thing is that exercise and good meal. Basically, the good meal means the good diet, a complete nutrient containing diet like vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, which that is antioxidant, which that inhibit the reactive oxygen species. And on the other hand, the macromolecule should be a high protein and a minor fat, but the no sugar. That is the important thing you should need to understand. That is the Akin diet, which that is important. Even you can also use ketogenic diet, which that is high fat and low protein, but also minor level of the carbohydrate, even zero carbohydrate. So try to zero. So in this way, you will decrease the anxiety, depression, and stress will lead to decrease the cortisol hormone. This is number one thing, and the second thing is pray daily 5 times if you are a Muslim. So you can add namaz throughout your life to decrease the cortisol hormone. In this way, the stretching and yoga also work to decrease stress and anxiety. And on the other hand, the vitamin B12, which that also work for your brain to health benefit, and the vitamin B12 and vitamin B6, even vitamin B complex all. And this is a vitamin is important for your growth of the brain. Remember, and on the other hand, important thing you should need to understand, you should basically do for something for your best choice, like your running, your walking. So that is all these things. And listen music or listen other things and be happy, involve with family, and basically be happy. That is important thing. So in this way, basically this is done here. That is the physiology. So another we will understand about the testosterone in the next video, how testosterone will decline and how to increase through mineral like so in this video we are also discussing. So the magnesium and zinc also stimulate the testosterone more production. So in this way you can improve yourself. So remember that things. This is the important thing you should need to understand. So basically overall, that decrease your depression will lead to increase the testosterone, and that is important thing you should need to understand. So thanks for watching. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. Allah Hafiz.